Well, it had to happen sometime, didn't it? The Newcastle Falcons have fallen to their first defeat of the season to a wonderfully committed and spirited Bristol side here at Kingston Park, falling 19-14. Bristol started the match on the front foot and a couple of early penalties set the ascendancy, and they scored a well-deserved try through Fatua Otto, who collected an offload and sprinted over from 20 metres out. The Falcons briefly got themselves back into the match on the stroke of half-time. Warren Fury's quick thinking allowing him to dive over from close range. Gopeth's conversion made it 13-7 at the break, and it looked briefly to be another Falcons second half fight back after Ali Hogg finished off a wonderfully crafted Falcons move. But Bristol controlled the rest of the game. Their fly half Adrian Jarvis was magnificent throughout, and they walk away from Kingston Park the victors and the first side to beat the Newcastle Falcons. They move on now to the British and Irish Cup semi-final next week against Bedford. Let's see what Dean Richards had to say after the match.
Thought they controlled the game better than we did. I thought Adrian Jarvis was outstanding for them. They played a better game than we did in terms of understanding how to play the conditions and the referee. And our first phase wasn't spot on. It wasn't clinical enough. And then I did with a couple of that with that poor decision making outside. Yeah, it was probably not the ideal scenario.
You mentioned to us on Thursday that you weren't particularly too bothered about the 22 win straight, that record that Northampton set in 2006. What have you said to the boys down there?
I just hope that it's a wake up call more than anything. If there is an element of complacency, which I hope there isn't, then that has to be sort of wiped away today, and there should never be an element of complacency. So yeah, it's just one of those things. What
particular things on the training pitch are you going to be working on ahead of that B&I Cup semi-final next weekend?
Just a couple of bits and pieces which we worked on this week, which just didn't go well. And you're looking at today's game. Clearing patterns weren't particularly good. Our understanding of positional play for some people wasn't particularly good. So it's quite bizarre actually watching some of the people play as though they hadn't played in certain positions before, which was quite strange. But alas, there you go. We'll pick the pieces up and make sure that it happens next week.
And unfortunate for Bristol, but just heard that Leeds and Bedford have both won, so Leeds claim fourth place. Your thoughts on them ahead of the playoff semi-final?
Yeah, a good side play with a bit of width. They've got a good first phase, so yeah, they'll be a difficult side to beat.